Pull your leg. I kind of pre-curled a lot, so you wouldn't have to watch me curl and curl and curl, but I want to show you the pattern first, and we'll continue. So if you, for your animals taking notes, if you just kind of split the head down the center, we're going to work on the back first. And let's see what we'll go here. Should I go? I'll play with the camera. Is that okay? Okay, so our first section is down here, and it's just basically straight across from the ear base bone right behind the ear to the ear base bone right behind this ear. And I just split it down the middle because there wasn't too much hair. And I'll show you how I curled it, but basically I curled it from that side forward to that side, and from the center forward to this side. So everything in the back, all my 6 or 8 pieces here, are all curled loosely, and I'll show you that part, but towards the front. And then everything from the front is just curled towards the back. And I'll show you on the top. But what I'll do is I'll just hold the iron down, and if you have the other iron, you can just open it up and wrap it on the iron if you want. If you really like to curl the iron devil, you can do a little bit of that too. But what I'll actually do is I'll actually roll the hair all the way around it, and I will hold the ends down for a second, and then I'll bring them back off. So I don't want the ends really curly, but I don't want them bone straight too, because sometimes if you just go the loose way, you just didn't connect the whole thing down. So I'll actually bring the curls down and hold it there for a second, release it about an inch or so, and then let the other stuff cook in there really good. So I will start with the top here. So then you can see that, and show real fast here. All these are all coming back. There's an SBU. And then the same thing on the other side, they're all coming back too. Okay. Now we can watch paint dry as I curl and iron some more. Now I prepped the hair with a little bit of curl, supernatural curl, and I used a little bit of the gel, the freestyle. So that's what I put in her hair first, so it could hold the curl better. And I'm going to just mist each section down a little bit with the boho waves. So not too much, because then you're a little too. Wash your lens there a second, boss. Just a little bit on the first. And then I'll roll it. And then I'll hold the ends down for a minute there, and I'll kind of just back them up a little bit, just to have a little bit of bend to them. And I'll cook it until the fire department comes. And then I'll just pin it.
I like the
Well, it's the worst thing is to curl a whole head of hair, but you didn't really get it hot enough, and then you take out the pins and it's straighter than when she came in. Like, damn. Oh, my jokes get worse, so I have to be careful. Nice.
Are you going to do an updo, or are you going to just...
No, it's just going to, this is just the boho wave. It's just a real loose wave. Get that way off. Just a nice set. It depends how, if you want to really drop, then don't pin them. But I like them to stay up, curly for a while. They get longer. They leave at 5, but the party doesn't start in Chinatown till midnight. It doesn't end till 4 in the morning. But that's a different story.
Tasties there.
I went to First Friday. I just got back today. It's good. Oh no, I don't have my clips. Here, let me fake it. I'll steal one that you guys can't see. I put out clips and I don't know where I put my clips. So
spring clips.
Oh, cool. I just forgot mine. Just a couple clips. I got mine in the bag. Okay. Just something that holds hair up. One more. One long. Sorry about that, Marta.
You're using the sea salt spray?
A little bit of both ways, yes. Just, yeah.
It's a little bit.
Thank you. Now I got too many and I'm done with this whole thing. I'm selling clips after the show if you guys would like a clip that was used on a show, on camera, on TV. These are like movie star clips now. You gotta just wrap it down, just kind of touch the ends down, make sure not your fingers too long, and then lift it back up. So I have been doing hair 30 years. I started when I was 6. Now there's a little piece in there, so I'm just going to make sure that I kind of turn it so the little piece falls under the other piece so it holds itself down. If I just kind of kept going straight over the top, it would have stuck out. Aren't you glad I curled most of it without before you got here? 4 hours later. After this, and we'll be good to go. And the only thing I'd watch about this is just make sure where you want it to part that you don't really have such a perfect part, because I'm actually going to part it somewhere in the middle of these curls, so I make sure that this you don't like so it won't be just flat open where the part is. So I kind of chose my section for these curls where I know I'm going to split those in half. So while I let that center cool, I'll just start dropping these out for us. How you doing?
Great. How you feeling?
How long do you like to let it set?
For as long as possible. When I work I work Fashion Week in New York sometimes, and work some big shows like this, and we always try to get the hair up in curlers or rollers or pinned, and then center in the makeup and just let it sit until like the very last second. Because some people you can't judge it. You might have great hold and everything, and then 1 or 2 people just fall. Especially like a bride, one of the bridesmaids or from the wedding party. Everyone's looking really good except the one with the bone straight hair that took the longest to curl. You did everything hard work, and hers is the one that fell out first. So just make sure you have put enough product. Overdo the product sometimes. Make sure it's very, very dry. And then let them sit in the rollers as long as possible. Because you can always heat out the curl if you got too much, but you can never put it back in last minute trying to figure out what to do.
Sometimes I feel like it's a fine line between too much product and not enough.
Yeah, there is. And you got to know your product too. Like, for instance, this is here. The weightless whip mousse. I love this. I'm having to use it too much. I put it in, blow dried it. I've added more to it, dried it. It has a different feel to it, but it doesn't get gummy or sticky or nasty. But it gives you all the volume you want. It's a great mousse for just when you want more hair than you have. The 48-hour sustainable volume. Very good stuff. It's not on. Another great product. Sorry. There you go. Now this, if you got hair that you just you can't get enough hair, just use this. And it's again not too much. You can't use too much.